Hey, what's going on, guys? Raiderpint here, back for another video. Today we are on One Shot MC with another showcase cannon. Today we have a, I guess, two-hole one-shot cannon. Kind of an interesting thing. This cannon has technically been done before, but not for practical use in factions. But I've turned it into a version that can actually be used realistically. It's also a 17-hole pseudo and 2.4 second auto, so pretty nice cannon. But we'll be explaining what's happening with the cannon in just a second here. What we have here is the barrel. This is the fantastic barrel here. Now we have. These are almost identical. These are pretty much identical, actually. But we have the hammer right there, sand comp right there and right there, and the pseudo right there and right there. So as you can see, they are pretty much identical. This one is a bit more, it would be symmetrical, except this one's a bit more far off because of those right there. Otherwise, it'd be pretty close to identical and symmetrical, but sadly it's not. That's okay. But yeah. This is great for raiding because you can have this side of the cannon be shooting 100 blocks that way, and this side of the cannon shooting 100 blocks that way, and you can pretty much be cannoning at two different points of the wall. Why that's good is because they might only find one cannon, and if they only find one cannon or one hole, then you could still be firing at the other hole, and all their focus is on that one hole. But you're still cannoning at that hole over there. Also, you could be cannoning at closer proximation, and then they would have to patch double the amount of walls, double the speed, because you're cannoning through the same wall at two different points, and they can't just stop one, so they stop just one, then the other one's still going, and then it's a big problem. So it's a really good force raid cannon in that sense. So now before actually explaining the cannon, we're going to fire the cannon. So I'm going to have it fire 2 shots at 2.4 seconds right here. Press the button and it will shoot twice. And you will now see that it shoots at two different spots in the wall. So let it come in. There it is. And the second one for the pseudo. And there you go. You can see the pseudo is right there. And it is a 17-hole pseudo, so it's a pretty decent pseudo without a doubt. But I could very easily adjust this cannon to have this one 100 blocks or 50 blocks. We'll move it out 50 blocks. So move 50, and then come over here and then move 50. So now this is about 110 blocks apart, and it works the same way. They can both be adjusted out about 100 blocks in each direction, so you can have them at maximum probably like 200 blocks out. You see there, worked right there, perfect. Everything phenomenal, just like that. And over here, this hole still works just fine. Same exact result, and since the holes are all pseudoed perfectly, got disconnected. So yeah, as you saw, it worked just fine in those two spots. Now, I could let's go full auto as I said, and it would work every single wall, but I'm going to explain a little bit about the cannon and how it works first. So first off, we're going to get to the concept of the one power. Now, this cannon can shoot probably at least 40 chunks, haven't fully tested it, but the one power here, this is the one power for the entire cannon. There's no two powers. The power doesn't double pulse, like double pulse, like, you know what I mean? And yeah, so one power. The reason and how this works is actually we have one side coming in right there and the other side coming in right there. Now this side will actually hit, the top of it will hit this block. It'll hit that trapdoor and it'll stop there. This one will hit that block right there, and they will be on opposite sides. So if you know how adjustables work, you will automatically see that the power is right here. So if we get TNT out here, I can kind of show this. The power is here, one of them is right there, and one of them is like half block right there. And what this is actually allowing it to do is then this one can go straight up, hit this block, and then do its Y, that's its Y axis, and then do this, go that way, and then shoot straight. The other one does the exact opposite, or exact same thing, except in the opposite direction. Goes up right there, hits that block right there, and goes that way. So that's kind of how it uses one power. So that's pretty neat. It definitely saves a lot of TNT. There's probably, I think there's around 1,600 dispensers total in this cannon, so a pretty good actually, without a doubt. But moving on to the rest of the cannon. So going to the sand comp, we have a carpet comp here. I'm pretty sure this is a think it's 16 long. I'm pretty sure it's 16 long carpet comp, and it drops 8 sand. It is a perfect 2.4 second sand comp. It works great. I will have a video on carpet comps later, so you guys know how that works and whatnot. Right here we have the slab bust, so that's a pretty interesting spot for a slab bust. The booster for the sand, and all that fancy stuff. Carpet comp explanation will be in a later video. You guys will see that later, so you guys can know how that works. But we have, like I said, it drops 8 sand, but the way we have multiple 17 holes in the actual wall is, well, one's the actual one-shot TNT and sand. The rest of the 16 holes is the actual pseudo. So we have them offset right here. This one is 1 game tick less, or 1 game tick slower than this. So this is technically faster than this. So this is going at 3 game ticks, and that's going at 4 game ticks. So it's a bit faster. So the 1 game tick allows this one to drop a bit earlier and this one to drop a bit later. So then I just have that same exact setup over here. Is this one and that one. You can see it like that, and there's the difference right there. This one is 3 game ticks and this one's 4 game ticks. So it allows that alternation to actually take place right here. So that's how that pseudo works. If you guys have any questions about pseudos, I will definitely do my best to respond to those. So moving on to the hammer. The hammer is pretty basic. The one-shot TNT is right here, so that's all set up like that. We have 1 row of pistons for TNT queuing, as you can see right here. Just 1 row. That's all you need for a 2.4. If your auto, like I say, 2.4, if you multiply that by 2 and it ends up to be over 4 seconds, you only need 1 row of pistons. But I can always do I'll make another video on TNT queuing and how all that works, so we can actually, you know, set that straight and how that works. But yeah, pretty basic. Nothing too complex with this. Like I said, one-shot TNT right here. All the hammers on the same tick, obviously. So yeah, pretty nice. And then we have the pseudo. Now the pseudo, like I said, is alternating, so you can actually save TNT. One shot is just a regular shot, and the next shot is a pseudo. And since the wall, you can see right here, the pseudo would be on this wall. So what happens is then, since it's both, the sand stack is on both sides of the wall, it can do the pseudo on both of the walls and make the same size hole and the same size everything, and it looks very nice and clean. So how to alternate this? Well, we have what this little thing is. It's you're quick pulsing a quick pulse. So what's happening is this quick pulse here will then quick pulse this quick pulse. And in that happening, when you quick pulse a quick pulse, lots of quick pulsing, this will actually, a sticky piston will extremely fast bring that up, so then the block actually will get stuck there. So in the next shot, what happens is then it'll go again, and then this, the piston will actually bring it down. I'll show you. Piston will bring it down, as you saw there. Oh, it's gonna drop sand, whatever. And then you can see there, it does that then. So pretty cool. It's very nice for alternation when you're only doing it for one little line here. If you're alternating sand comps, this probably won't work very well, so I would not recommend doing this for sand comps, but definitely if you're going to do alternating your pseudo, this works perfectly. So now the actual layout of the inside of the barrel. So as you can see, the very back we have the sand comp, which is right here. This is the booster that will push it all the way over to there. And then we have, like I said, the slab bus is right here, and then we have a little divider block. And then right here, on the same exact timing of that, we have another booster that will boost the pseudo over to here, just like so. And then we have on another booster right here, which is 2 ticks later than this, which will then fire the one-shot sand and the one-shot TNT and hammer over to the barrel then. And as you guys know, in a fusion, you have, or in this type of fusion, you have the sand shooting off first, and then 2 ticks later, the actual hammer will get shot out, allowing the sand to fall down and actually create the 1 block gap. So pretty much, like I said, this side is the exact same as this, so I'm not going to re-explain everything because they're quite literally identical. So yeah, then we have the button spare timing back here. Like I said, there's nothing too special with this at all. But yeah, this is a very, very, very nice force rating cannon. You could, if you want to, only use one half of the cannon. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could if you really wanted to. So now we're going to fire it full auto at the 2.4 seconds. I'm pretty sure it can get 10 shots in before it actually runs out of sand. But I guess we're going to see what happens here. So flick the lever on and it will start working. So you can see we have one hole right here and another hole going to be going right there. So fire it off, boom, and then the pseudo. So it's really fast. Like I said, 2.4 seconds. That's a very, very good timing. You can see it's working flawlessly on both sides. Kind of get a nice little view here. So it is very cool. Like I said, very nice force rating because then they have to patch this hole and this hole. And if they do end up patching both holes, this is also an adjustable Y level. So what can happen is then you can move it down. We're out of sand. You can also move it down a little bit so it shoots, then it shoots through a pseudo hole, and you can see we have plenty of area that we can use for a pseudo hole. Plenty of space. We have all of this right here. Down here we have all of the areas that we want. Anything that can be above the actual thing here. So there, and anything in there. So very, very nice for adjusting. Like I said, if they patch that, adjust it to there, patch that, just to there, there. And if you do end up adjusting to this, the holes will actually pseudo in the same exact spot. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are new to my channel and you like cannoning, it'd be pretty nice if you could subscribe. You know, that's always a good plus. But guys, I'm Raiderpint. I see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.